Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mark Gorenberg.
Thank you, and good evening. Welcome to the MIT Campaign for a Better World. There have been 17 stops on this Better World campaign since it started on May 7th, 2016, and May 7th is the date I'll never forget because that's also the day that I met my wife, Catherine, who happens to be here. This is the second visit for the Better World Campaign in Northern California. The first time in November of 2016, we hit the mark for the highest attendance number outside of Boston, with more than 800 people that attended the gathering that was there that evening. At this week's events in Palo Alto on Tuesday and San Francisco tonight, we once again have nearly 800 joining in the campaign. So the steady momentum year over year is evidence that Northern California has become the most vibrant community of alumni and friends of MIT outside of MIT campus itself. And for that, please join me in thanking our alumni clubs. They're supporting tonight's events, the MIT Club of Northern California. By the way, Shuja, are you here? Please stand up and take a bow. And also the MIT Sloan Club of Northern California. They've played such a key role, the two clubs, in galvanizing our local MIT community. Tonight's topic, the science of teaching and learning, pretty well frames the core tenets of the campaign: education, research, entrepreneurship, and MIT's commitment to solving challenges and exploring innovative ideas across a broad range of topics in discovery science, human health, and the health of the planet, the key tenets of this campaign. I graduated from MIT more than 40 years ago, and in that time, I have seen MIT continually invent and discover and then shower the world with gifts. And you saw many of them in that phenomenal video that we were shown at the start. But gifts like the World Wide Web and social robots and holograms and the human genome. And that's just the first 4 gifts in this book of 101, if you can see that, that MIT has given to the world in our lifetime. So come back to campus and get a copy of this. So 70 years ago, a great visionary professor, Vannevar Bush, created a report that changed U.S. science policy. And that led to the formation of the National Science Foundation. It ushered in this whole era of scientific research. And what did MIT do? MIT reorganized. It changed from a teaching school to a teaching and research school, and that led the way for all universities in this country. And today, we have a great visionary president, Raphael Reif, who's reorganizing MIT around computing and AI. The Schwarzman College of Computing is the largest investment in computing in the history of any American academic institution. And it will help educate future MIT students to become bilingual. What does he mean by that? That they'll learn a discipline and they'll also become an expert in machine learning as well. And again, MIT is going to be leading the way for all modern-day universities. So as I said, we hope you get back to campus and see this transformation firsthand yourself. But this evening, we're very honored and delighted to have another one of those great visionary leaders start us off tonight, and that's Professor Eric Grimson. So Professor Grimson epitomizes tonight's topic about teaching and learning. He has long prized teaching and taught introductory computer science classes for 25 years at MIT, and teaches 2 introductory classes on edX today in computer science. In 2005, he became the department head of electrical engineering and computer science. Between 2011 and 2014, he served as the chancellor for MIT. And today, he serves as the chancellor for academic advancement for MIT, which is a role that gathers faculty and student input to help set MIT priorities. And then he communicates those priorities back to all of us, as he's going to do tonight. So please join me. It's quite an honor in welcoming Professor and Chancellor Eric Grimson.